Welcome, Hoardlings, to another Game Hoarder production. I am proud to present you another adventure in the Forgotten Realms, gateway to the savage frontier. Released at the end of 1990 by Stormfront Studios. It's actually a different team that handled these two, Gateway and Treasures of the Savage Frontier. It's a two-part series. We're going to go ahead and knock these out before we move on to the final trilogy of the Gold Box series. And then I will have completed one of my many bucket list items, which is to complete and record all of the SSI Gold Box games, including the two Buck Rogers games, which we've just finished. As the story opens, you and your companions are celebrating in triumph. The caravan you've been guarding has just completed its dangerous journey. But the realms are full of danger, and there is tension in the air. Great armies are on the move, and the relative peace of recent times will soon be shattered. Your party becomes a problem to the evil forces whose plans lie behind the current troubles. Only by the swiftness of your sword on the land and water will you live to save the region from certain destruction. Watch out for the giant calamari. Unfortunately, we can't get any characters that look even remotely close to those four characters there. At least not from the beginning. Honor will not be your only reward if you complete your mission. The enemies who seek to destroy you have great treasures which can be yours. And some items of no apparent value will be those that command the greatest price of all. The great expanse of the Forgotten Realms awaits. Only you can alter the deadly path on which its fate now travels. Play the game. I didn't have to do this before. Alright, so I've already created our party. We're going to be taking with us Luglug the Fighter, Trog the Fighter, Fidget the Dwarven Fighter Thief, Clot the Cleric, Ronstock the Evil Mage, and his compatriot Lilith. Also an evil mage. Let's go ahead and take a look. All these stats were rolled earlier today, actually. And it took me quite a while. I'd say I'd put a good hour, maybe hour and a half into getting these. These are all natural rolls through the game system. We ended up with Mr. Luglug. All the characters, I believe, start at level 2. We managed to get him 1895 strength. The only thing better would be get 1800 or 1800 on a 100-sided dice, which would have given him 1d2 plus 6. But all I really cared about was these three stats here for our fighters. Strength, Dex, and Con. The rest, insignificant. So we did good there. And that actually, I got that pretty quickly. Mr. Trog ended up with 1892 strength, 18 Dex, 17 Con. I got sick of rolling, and I just took the hit on the Constitution, so he's got a little bit less hit points. That's all right. Diversity is nothing wrong with diversity, folks. He's our chaotic neutral fighter. He's been in other games, as you are well aware. I decided to go with a Dwarven Fighter Thief, even though He will be limited in fighter levels because this game is racist. And if you're not a human, you get a level cap that's usually lower than the humans. But in this case, this is only a 2-part game, so it won't be that big of a deal. He will level cap at a 7, I believe, for his fighter, whereas the humans will max out at level 8. Then, excuse me, into the next game, it might matter a little bit more, but fuck it, I wanted a thief. And I didn't want to multi-class my cleric or my mages. So Fidget ended up with 1896 strength, which was great. Of course, dwarves have a -1 to their dex and a +1 to their con. Unfortunately, I did not get the 19 con, but that's okay. Maybe we'll find stuff in this game to remedy that. Anyways, he turned out pretty good. He's a level 1 fighter, though, level 2 thief. Of course, he levels a little bit differently as the experience is divided between the 2 classes. Thus, he'll get hit points for his fighter level and his thief level, which is why he starts at almost half the hit points that the other 2 do. Clot the Cleric. She's been with us in many games. Clerics are the one class that get bonus spells based off their wisdom. Mages apparently do not, according to the manual. So it's not as important to have 18 intelligence. But I'm assuming it has to do with saving throws and things like that. It's been quite a while since I've studied and used 2nd edition rules. But anyways, we tried to go with relevant stats that made sense. She ended up with 17 dex, 16 con, 18 wisdom, 16 strength, 16 intelligence, and 17 charisma. And she is, of course, our chaotic good cleric. Ronstock, our chaotic evil magic user, somehow wound it up with 18 strength, 17 intelligence. Again, not that big a deal. I think the most important thing for your mages is your dex and your con. Every hit point counts, and you want them to have as low as armor class as possible. So I was really shooting to have 18s in those two areas. Same with Lilith. She also got 17 intelligence, 18 dex, 18 con. But her and Ronstock can still pack a little wallop with their strength. Let's go ahead and begin our adventure. It is a night of celebration. Your party has successfully protected the caravan from Citadel Adbar, all the way to Yartar. Better yet, you've gotten paid. Can Fidget really eat 5 big steaks in one sitting? Trog tells everyone in the tavern about your trip, and you record the highlights of your evening as the introduction to your journal. I will go ahead and read the introduction to the journal. It's quite long, so buckle up. The first night in Yartar is what it is titled. And I will go ahead and we'll just switch to that so you can read along with me, like we used to do. It might be a bit skewed, but that's all right. We had thought this was going to be a routine mission, guarding a caravan of mithril traveling from Citadel Adbar in the far north. But no sooner did we sign on to provide protection than the dwarves' king Harbram himself called us to the top of the tallest tower in the fortress. Now Harbram, he talks through his great whiskers, and it sounds like bellows blowing, but this particular morning he didn't have to say much to get our attention. He pointed to the northeast, and we looked towards a brown cloud floating above one of the mountain valleys. "Do you see that? It is dust," he said, his voice rising. "It is the dust of tens of thousands of ice mountain orcs as they march from their caves toward the cities of the south." "That always happens this time of year," someone replied. "Orc raiding parties are always attacking Sundarbar or ambushing caravans from Silvery Moon." The old dwarf nodded. "Oi! That's true, but turn your eyes to the dark cloud once more. Is that the dust of 1,000 raiders? I think not. 2,000. By no means, if we are lucky, perhaps only 2,000 times 10. Guard well this caravan, adventurers. he told us. Evil is again awakened in the realms, and its eyes and hands and daggers will be all around you. Well, after that speech, you can imagine how worried we all were. Every step of the way, we scanned the horizon looking for those dark brown clouds. We didn't see any, but we sure heard a lot of stories. Seems like everyone in the northern realms knows something or someone who's seen at least a dozen trolls or 100 orcs skulking across their fields. A burly fighter by the bar called out, "So you came all this way with such fine-looking sword and never had a chance to quench it with orcish blood?" His voice dripping with sarcasm. He mimicked a dancer tiptoeing across the stage. "Perhaps you didn't want to fight. Perhaps it's just a child's toy with a fine golden handle attached to it for show." Before his words had even crossed the room, the sword in question was drawn, its gleaming blade flashing even in the dim light of the tavern. The room went silent as they waited to see if we'd attack the blustering fool. After a moment of hesitation, the sword was sheathed again. "This sword is saved for orcish blood," we called back to the drunken fighter. "We do not care to soil it with yours." The man looked at us, thought for a minute, realized he had been insulted, and started to cross the room. Hesitating, he looked around. To his surprise, none of his companions were crossing with him. He started to admonish them, call them to battle, but the words were stilled in his throat. A tall, thin, black-caped man was sitting in the corner, and he shook his head one time. The drunken fighter dropped his eyes to the floor, muttered something, and then turned and left the tavern. Several others followed. There was another moment of awkward silence. The man in the corner nodded, and the waitress appeared with a heaping tray, crying, "More for everyone, it's on the house." We all searched for our share, and the rest of the evening was full of great fun and storytelling. All right, so this game is going to cover a wide geographical area ranging from the coast of the trackless sea to the west and to the edge of the great desert in the east. Most of the population of this area lives in towns and cities, with farming communities clustered around the built-up areas. We're here in YARTAR. It's where we start our game, and it will serve as a convenient home base. A trading town located on the river Cerbrin, just north of where it joins the Desserin. It lies at the junction of the river and Evermore Way, one of the two primary east-west trading routes in the region. This is where our story begins. But the next day you awaken to despair. The merrymaking at the tavern made one too many friends in a town famous for the dexterity of its thieves, and now all your shit is gone. Looking around the room, filled with anger, you record your feelings as journal entry number 5. All right, and here we are set back up with our Go Box companion. You can see we have Lug. I've hooked him up with a two-handed weapon and made him bald and made him as close to his Dark Sun creation as possible. That dark leathery skin and that bloody leather armor. We have Trog. I don't know what I was doing with Trog. I was just like long hair, throw some green armor. Trog was originally a Minotaur character I created. He's actually the first Dungeons & Dragons character I ever made back when I was in the Boy Scouts. And he was a Minotaur, first edition D&D. I like using him. It's a great fighter name. Trog Bullhammer was the full name of him. But we've seen him in a few games as well. Fidget has always been my fighter thief, or my thief name. Or it's Thizzin, Thimble Thumb, or Fidget. But we went ahead and went with Fidget. He's a classic character of ours. Clot, of course, has always been our female cleric. We have good old Ronstock, the evil mage with his dark black robes with crimson highlights. And then Lilith. She likes purple, apparently. So much she dyed her skin purplish pink. So, yeah. Somehow we have experience already. Clot is about to level. I have no idea. Starting the game, and here we are. The town of YARTAR. I'm going to go ahead and leave the area map off for a while so we can enjoy these smooth fucking graphics. And you'll notice right away the sounds are a lot different. A sign hanging above the door here reads, "The Inn of the Glowing Gem." carved sign next to this door reads the Hall of Training. Training is going to be so much fun, let me tell you. The sign on this door reads the YARTAR Armory. Swords, bows, shields, and armor. Holy shit, all right. We're, of course, interested in weaponry. We got robbed last night. It looks like everyone's going to start with 35 platinum. Let's just pull it for now. Some of these commands are a little bit different. Appraise, share, take. Okay. Let's see what we have here. We want to go with big badass armor right off the bat if we can. And even though Luglug is wielding a two-handed weapon, we're of course going to throw him a longsword and a shield for maximum protection. So split mail is going to be the way to go. That'll bring us right down to 0 armor class. That's always kind of sexy. We should have plenty of money to buy whatever we want to start. So let's just have at it, shall we? We'll take that. We'll take a longsword. We'll take a shield. We'll do the same thing with Trog. Fidget's a different story. If we want to do some backstabbing, which probably this early in the game, not that big a deal until we start getting some magical leather. So maybe we'll go ahead and suit him up as a fighter for now. But if we can get some really good leather on him, then backstabbing is a good thing. But I think for now, him having more armor class and a better, well, the weapon doesn't matter, but of course our cleric, she can also wear split mail, but she can't use a longsword. She's gonna have to use a mace. I'm looking at the weapon damage here. Mace 2 to 7. Yeah, the mace is probably the way to go. Pretty standard shit. So let's get all these guys equipped here. I'm touching Buck Roger buttons. I keep trying to hit G for gear because I literally just got done beating the game 30 minutes ago. So now I have to reacclimate to these controls. V then I. And then for our wizards, it's good just to get, yeah, I want to go back and get my money. It's good to get darts, maybe a dagger or a bow stick. Or if we're not casting spells, so we'll go with a dagger. I'm not going to really worry about ranged right now. I'm not going to worry about getting bows and stuff yet. I don't see darts. Am I missing? There they are. Buy a bunch of darts. Okay. And we will get a We got a bow stick and a joe stick. I just want a fucking staff. Quarter staff. There we go. And we'll get a sling for Claude as well. Just so she has some... some ranged. Not a staff sling, we just want a good old sling. Because honestly, that's probably what she's going to end up using the most. Wrong class. Okay. The staff sling that we need? Pretty sure clerics can use a fucking sling, but whatever. And of course, mages are fucked off the get-go. There's no armor we can give them. But hey, the game just started. We're level 2. And we got our armor down to -1, 0, and 1. I'm going to share our money. Still got a lot of money. About 20 platinum each. And that's a good time to save our game. We're just saving on A and J right now. Keeping everything nice and simple. All right. Still getting over a little bit of a dry throat coffee thing. So, sorry for that. Let's explore around town a little bit, shall we? This first video is just going to be kind of getting used to the new area. As you cross the bridge over the river Subrine, the people around you suddenly fall back in fear. You look around and record what you see as journal entry number 2. Black-robed riders. We backed up against the stone buttress at the end of the bridge, waiting to see what frightened everyone so badly. A moment later, they appeared, 2 riders in long black robes with hoods that hid their faces. They came around the corner behind the temple of Tamura, crossed the town square, and pounded past us at a gallop. We turned and watched the guards stand back as the 2 raced through the gates and out of the city. Slowly, the people in the square resumed their activities, only now they were all in a hurry to be somewhere else. They didn't like those motherfuckers. No siree. No siree. This is the home of the Water Baron, the leader of Yartar. Well, we need to talk to him. The Water Baron greets you, and you record your conversation as journal entry 9. Welcome, adventurers. I regret that all of your treasure and possessions have been stolen. If the city guard should recover any of the items, they will be returned to you. I also understand that you are in need of a commission, but I have nothing for you at this time. However, Yartar is a busy town filled with many people from all corners of the realms. Perhaps in the streets you will find someone in need of help during these troubled times. All right. So we have the bank here, where once we get rich, we start throwing money. We have the Hall of Good Fortune, the Temple of Timora. Boat rentals are just north of here on this side of the river. Ships to the islands leave from Luskin. Okay, we got boat rentals apparently. No, we need to do before I forget. We need to memorize spells, not that we're going to have a lot. Would you like to rest for 1 platinum? Sure. So we're going to go ahead and encamp. And we're going to memorize. Let's go ahead and grab a bless, a cure, a protection from evil, and a curse. Sleep and a magic missile. Sounds sexy as shit. We'll do the same for Lilith, and then we'll rest and get our spells memorized. Fantastic. All right. It's a very weird walking sound for sure. Several thugs have cornered a small, terrified man in the alcove of this narrow street. Do you want to help him? A battle begins. I'm going to cast sleep right away. I'd hate to tell you, but that's game fucking over, folks. I'm not even gonna waste a dart. Game fucking over, man. Crevish takes and hides his share. Crevish. Okay, that must be who we're rescuing here. Clods, gained a level. 12 XP. We are fucking rolling in it. 65 silver. And of course, this early in the game, we grab it all and sell it all, baby. That's how we make ends meet.
Gosh, thanks, the small man stammers. My name is Crevish, and well, gosh, I'm so grateful you saved my life.
He continues to talk, and you record his words as journal entry 21. Looks like a little gnome ranger, gnome archer, some shit.
You know, I'd sure love to do something for you guys. If you're looking for work, I have some friends here in YARTAR who hire adventurers all the time, and maybe they have something they could do. And that way you could get back on your feet again. And I would have helped you, and I would have repaid you for saving my life. And we'd be friends, and wouldn't that be great?
We accept his offer.
That's great. I'm glad I can help you guys.
We record what happens next as journal entry 24. We followed Crevish around several corners and down an alley, where he pressed a hidden panel in a wall. A door swung open, and after some hesitation, we let him lead us into a dark corridor. Our weapons and armor clinked loudly as we walked cautiously down the passageway, finally arriving before a heavy wooden door. Crevish knocked on the wood in complex patterns of beats with both knuckles and palm, and in a moment it was opened by an angry-looking man in well-crafted armor. Crevish introduces you to the gruff-looking man, but does not name him. You record the conversation as journal entry 25. The man looked us over for a moment, not at all sure whether he liked the idea that Crevish brought our party to his secret lair.
It's all right, Captain, Crevish piped up enthusiastically. They saved my life. They didn't have to do it. They could have just kept walking, but they stopped and risked their lives to save mine. And that was really nice of them. And that's why you really ought to give them a chance to carry out a mission for us, because they really earned a chance, I think, don't you?
The captain just rolled his eyes. All right, Crevish, all right, he sighed. If you'll just be quiet, I'll give them a chance. As you know, he told us, the temples of Bane are dedicated to the advancement of evil in the realms. once cleric of Bane in the town of Nesme, up the river to the north of here, has been causing great disruptions in the city. I believe there's a lot of typos in this, by the way. We believe that to save Nesme from civil war, he must be stopped. If you can find a Benite cleric and carry out this mission, you will have proven yourself as to be as valuable as Crevish here says you are. Well, almost as valuable anyways. The man shows you an image of the man you are to find. He looks like Vorhal from Space Quest. We accept the mission. Good, the man says. You can leave through that door. You turn to look for the door, and when you turn back to face him, the man is gone.
Can I come with you, please? Please, Crevish asks. You guys have been really nice to me, and I'd like to help you if I could.
Sure. It's always good to have some NPCs in the party. More meat shields and shit. And of course, you get the bomb-ass little, cool character icon. I'm still using the same shit we've been using since Pool of Radiance. But anyways, what's next? Well, we'll go ahead and save. All right, well, shit, we can level our cleric. Let's check out what Crevish got here. 59 arrows, short bow. Can we get you a better bow? Composite longbow is the way to go if you know how to use one. There you go. Drop that. You're not even allowed to use that shit. The fuck are you anyways? Oh, he's a fighter. Okay. He's got chainmail. Well. We got a lot of money here that we... We'll trade that to Crevish. Looks like you can't sell their items, can you? No. But you can sure as shit drop them so they can't use them. Let's also go ahead and just pull for now. We'll buy him some split mail. It's going to give him a little bit better armor. And then we're going to buy him a bunch of fucking arrows. I'm going to go view items, join, trade the split mail. Now, of course, since he's an NPC, the computer will be controlling him. But since we have him in the back row, he should be... He should be okay. And we got him a little bit lower on the armor class. And he can just sit back there and light people up with that. Doesn't look like they take... NPCs do not take part of the share in our money, which is good. Okay, let's go ahead and save. And Let's see. We casted a sleep spell. That's okay. We have some more of that. More of that where that came from. Let's see what else there is to do. In this area. Well, one thing we can do is go ahead and get Clot leveled. Because, of course, our first 9 levels, 10 levels, we're going to need to deal with getting our max HP. Fight or leave? I don't know. Why would I want to come in there and fight? That's interesting. Let me come in there and fight. Maybe this is a good way to get some intro XP. Good way to swing and miss. Hey, they're letting me attack the Curvish. Atta boy. I'm gonna have to figure out some way to move diagonal because it's gonna fuck with my game too much here. So you could sit here, I guess, and make some money and some experience. It's the Tired Travelers. Find food and spirits. And also, apparently, a place to come and kill bandits. We don't need all this shit weighing us down. Whoa, I got to keep on moving. Lug has taken some damage. But luckily we have Cure Light Wounds. Lug feels better. Better than Shedder. I don't know if that's the best place to gain experience. Would you like a train? Like to run a train on Clot? What? Alright, so Clot's a cleric. She has got... I should have rolled her better. I definitely could have and should have rolled her better. She got fucked because I rolled a lot on the other guys. So Clot kind of got fucked because I could have definitely got... As a matter of fact, one of the rolls I had was 17 strength and then all 18s and everything else. One of the first early rolls, but it went to a fighter. It went to the initial Trog, and then, of course, I replaced that with a fighter that had 18 and then 90 something in parentheses. So that's the thing, is when you're rolling these characters, you have to pick the race and class before you get to roll the attributes. And so you might pick a mage that rolls perfect, fighter attributes and keeps missing out on intelligence. But anyways, Clock kind of got the shit into the stick. But that's okay. We'll deal with it. We'll figure it out. We'll get her some nice magical equipment. That's the nice thing about not modifying and cheating, is the magical equipment, the girdles of giant strength, things like that, they actually have meaning. They actually help you. Because a lot of them will just give you 18 strength or 18 and 100 strength. And if you've already modified your characters to have that, then it doesn't help you at all. So she is going to go to level 3. She's going to be on a D8 Constitution. I'm just looking at the tables here to remind myself. There's strength, con. So con. So yeah, honestly, it doesn't matter. She's a cleric. So the most she can get is +2. So the 16 con is no different than having 18 constitution. The 18 dexterity would have put her at a better stance on armor class for sure. But technically, in 2nd edition, when you start wearing plate mail and things like that, it's supposed to counter out the dexterity bonus, because you only get that dexterity bonus based on not being so encumbered by your armor. So I'm not sure if that... I feel like it doesn't actually help in this. Also, since she does swing with a mace once in a while, having her at 18 strength would have helped a little bit better. Since she's at 16, she gets the +1 damage. At 18, she would have got +2. So she's missing out on 1 hit point of damage on strength, and she's missing out on 1 point of armor class. But the Constitution, completely inconsequential. And, she's a 17 charisma. I had to have her a little cute. I mean, those are great fucking rolls, overall. It's a strong character. It's definitely a strong character. So anyways, we're looking at her having D8 +2. So she should be able to gain up to 30 hit points, which is going to be our goal. We want to get 29, 30 hit points. 30 would be great. So what we do is we save. We save on J, and then we train, and we hope to God she gets it on the first fucking try. Who pays? It cost 1,000. Cost 1,000 gold piece to train, neckbone. Well, we got to pool our money. Duh. Sure. Pool. A 1,000 gold is 100 platinum. So we have 880 gold. 900. We don't even have enough to trade. Gotta pass. Yeah. So, we ain't doing shit yet. That's all right. If you watch any of these videos, you know that money starts to come easy. Just takes a little bit to get going. The guards glance at you only briefly as you pass through the city gates. All right, well, let's travel around a bit, shall we? You are waiting in the river. You are attacked by hill giants. Fuck yeah. My dwarf fucking loves kicking the shit out of hill giants. Let's guard. 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 Shoot that motherfucker! Holy shit, he just threw a boulder into my fucking dome piece! Oh my god, Fidget's dead! Oh man! That's right, fuck it. Quick mode. Bum rush. Nobody fucking kicks my Fidget. We're about to learn a lesson in hill giantry. I feel like our range characters are doing more damage than anybody. Krog is fucked! Ronstock is fucked! Come on, Lug, never say die. Okay, say die. Holy shit, no. only people that live are going to benefit from that. Overloaded my dick, man. Give it to the dead guy. We got our cleric up, so... The cleric slowly heals the party. That's how it rolls. That's how it rolls, baby. Now look. She's got 6,000 experience. Oh, it's fucking great. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. We survived. We're attacked by Ankagas. All right. Free kill. So yeah, you want to basically fuck around until you get your guys up into like level 4 at least. My fighters cannot hit worth a shit. When they do, they fuck shit up. I'm trying to figure out how to get to this fucking place. There we go. $20 points of damage? What kind of dick shit is that? God, dead? What the fuck? I don't think we can fix dead. That means we gotta reload, folks. Game fucking over, man. Game fucking over. $5,000. What a waste of fucking gold, man. Better off reloading. We can't even afford to bring him back. All right, we're back. It's just going to be that kind of adventure until we get levels. Come on, motherfuckers. Bum rush. Yeah, they're trying to do this boulder shit. I'm not having it. Yeah, get that XP. That's what we got to do, folks. We got to just get these guys leveled for now. And obviously, kill hill giants. See what I'm saying? One more battle like that, and we're all going to be able to level. Well, we got to have the money to level, too, though. You guys all missed. Now we will unleash hell. How does he do that much damage? What kind of magic is a fucking caterpillar? Doesn't make any sense. There we go. We got some goddamn levels going through. That's right. How we doing on money? Probably not great. How much gold is it? Alright, that wasn't enough hit points, but we got the money to do shit now. So, unfortunately, I gotta fucking exit, go back in. I could cheat and just use the GBC editor and give them max hit points. That's what I should do. But as an OG master, I don't feel like using that to do that. I'm strictly using GBC just to have the GUI there, the journals, and if I got to use my one-time pull a card cheat per game, then I'm going to do that. But I think for now, I'm just going to reload and load like I've been doing until I get the right amount of hit points. And I'm going to go ahead and level Luglug and Trog and Clot and Crevish. And we'll start the next video once I have them appropriately leveled. Until then, thanks for watching. Gateway to the Savage Frontier. Stay tuned for more.